I am the all. That is beautiful. Keep that in mind, because as we explore this, this can be a shocking revelation, but a beautiful, challenging one in the end. Because you are all that there is. And you create everything that it is, because everything that you see and experience is the result of you, of the consciousness that you are. But you are consciousness, which is making everything possible to appear and to be. Pay attention to attention. Yes?
It doesn't seem like the ego has true awareness. It seems like it just has a sense of separation that gives it a make-believe kind of world.
That's right. Yeah. See, the ego is not only identifies with things, but it judges them, it compares them,
Yes.
it measures them. You see, but it's always working from the finite sense of view.
Yeah.
It's not infinite. It's never
That's
infinite.
not real awareness.
And therefore there's no real awareness. You see? Right. Now, so we have to go back. What makes the mind identify, what makes the mind see things is awareness. But we put the cart before the horse. And so we lose the fact that it's awareness creating even the mind and the ego. What is ego, for example? Ego is the need because you say I. Well, in truth you are I, but you are this incredible I that everyone else is. But you make it personal. And that is ego. But where is this I coming from in the first place? From pure awareness.
How did it come from pure awareness?
Because awareness,
pure.
Yeah, awareness is pure.
Mm-hmm.
Awareness is pure. Therefore, because it's pure, it has a sense of presence. You see? It has a sense of being itself. See, the mystery, the mystery is how everybody is I am. But I just finished this. I am. You see? Everybody is I am. But when everybody says I am, they make it personal. Oh, I am Burt. You see? But where is this coming from? This I amness of being Burt. It is coming a very, very small point, a small box, but it's not coming from me, because everybody comes up with this idea of me. So where is this me idea coming from? It is coming from being misinterpreted. In the same way with fear. How many times we fear loneliness? Loneliness has killed many people. Loneliness has driven people insane. Loneliness has committed many crimes. Loneliness has brought tremendous diseases and sickness and violence. But where does loneliness come from?
The ego's interpretation.
The ego's interpretation of the allness.
Right.
But when you don't know you are all, you feel so alone. I'm separate. Everything is against me, because then you give it your own judgment and everything else, and it becomes the greatest fear. But the greatest fear is the highest love. Because nothing is separate. You see? So everything is coming from this awareness. Once you understand fully, you grasp that you are this awareness, but not awareness of something, because that is the world. You don't deny that, of course, that's a becoming process. But I am aware. Not aware of something, I am awareness itself. That makes possible for me to experience. That makes seemingly Burt appear as an ego and experiencing the world.
May I ask, I'm making a statement in the form of a question to him. Could one say in a way that there is only one ego, and that's with a capital E? The true ego is the all.
The true ego is the all. Yeah.
So really, this...
Just like mind, the capital M, mind is the universal mind.
All one mind.
Yes,
right.
yes.
So what we're talking about really is the little ego.
The little.
Is that false
Right.
ego.
Right. The one that believes they are small, limited, separate, which causes all the suffering known in the world. which causes the greatest pain there is to humanity is not fear of death, it is loneliness. You see, for example, the fear of death doesn't really exist. We don't fear death. We fear the belief in death. Do you understand? Yeah. Because death itself is just going to sleep. Just like going to, you know. Yeah.
Earlier when you said turn attention on attention itself,
Mm-hmm.
you said that, yes. I have an image or an understanding of you asking the eyes to look at itself.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. But the eyes cannot see themselves.
Exactly.
Right. So they need a mirror. That's the becoming process.
Right.
However, there is something internal called self-recognition. The silence that we are, the center that we are, the being that we are, recognizes itself when we quiet ourselves down. So when we enter the alpha brainwave level through stillness, you see, which is the only true meditation there is, okay, when we quiet ourselves down, we are able to see that I am awareness, but not aware of something. I'm just attention on attention itself. It is seeing the totality of it all. Everything that I experience is just a becoming, is just a process, just the world comes and goes, beginning and ending. But I am. And that I am cannot die because it never existed. It just existence itself. It just is. You see? Now, when you become totally quiet, totally silent, totally still, there is a movement that recognizes this, that feels this. And that feeling, knowing, begins the recognition of who you are. You see? No, but you are not something. You cannot pinpoint it, you cannot smell it, you cannot touch it. You see? But you are, you just are, and that's when the ego dies. You see, that recognition, yeah.
Yeah, so when you're first talking about the busy mind, and then the relaxation, and
yeah.
you said you
the dream state and then the sleep
state.
And
then you sweat, and that state I don't quite understand. I understand the deeper state, but that one I don't quite
See,
understand.
when you dream according to the content of the beta mind. Let's say during the day, which is the beta mind, right? The beta brain. Let's say you've had a lot of tension, a lot of stress, a lot of suffering, things going by, but people laughed at you, they did this, you felt like a failure. I'm making it as horrendous as possible. And then you go to bed at night. Well, what happens? Going to bed with these beliefs that somehow this is you. It comes out like a nightmare.
Right.
And it can be so vivid, the nightmare, that you actually can wake up sweating.
Right, I understand that part.
Right.
Okay, I understand it now. But okay, in my life, like okay, from what I see, the busy mind is like we experience it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The relaxation, which is also very familiar, they're both kind of next to each other. And then that part, the sweating part, I think that's very rare to happen according to my experience. And then the deeper sleep, which is happening.
Yeah. Now, when I say sweating, it doesn't mean that this is happening all the time. I'm giving an example.
An example of the
yeah, because many people dream beautiful dreams, if they happen to be beautiful people. I mean, the more spiritual you become, the more beautiful the dreams are.
Right.
Well, naturally.
And as you're speaking earlier about awareness, aware of itself, from my understanding, it's like you're taking us back.
That's right. Back to itself.
To itself.
Okay, TSL your throat. We shall never cease from exploration. But at the end of all our exploring, we shall arrive at where we started. But know that place for the first time. Do you understand? So we go around and around and around, active, seeking, becoming, until we realize, what are we becoming? What do we really want? The being, which we already are.